Okay, so for this one, your question was multiply the bases first, then add the exponents, and you don't multiply the bases first. And everyone has trouble with this when it becomes a number rather than an x. So I'm going to do a couple examples over here to try to explain why we don't multiply those threes and convince you of that, and then I'll show you the actual problem question. So here's our property. We have a to the x, a to the y equals just a to the x plus y. Notice nothing happened to the a. And when, whoops, that's an eraser. And when we've been doing that with x's, something like that, you don't even question that x. You don't feel like it needs to be x squared or something. You just do 2 plus 4 and get 6, and that's it. But if I try this with numbers, and that's where everyone is like, the bases just mess them up. So say we had 2 squared times 2 cubed. If I multiply those bases together, and this is what doesn't work, and I'm showing you why, and then I add the exponents, 2 plus 3 would be 5. 4 to the 5th is 1024, which I looked up when I wasn't on camera. I didn't know that in my head. So if you look at the actual numbers here, 2 to the 4, 2 squared is just 4, right? 2 cubed, 2 times 2 times 2, that's 8. I should have got 32. So the trouble was right there where I messed with the bases. So let me do this the other way now. 2 squared times the other way being the right way. 2 cubed would be 2 to the 2 plus 3. And the reason is adding these exponents is taking care of, there's my 2 2's, there's my 3 2's. And by adding those exponents, I'm saying I'm going to have 5 2's altogether. And so what you're doing is you're multiplying in 2 extra factors of 2 when you do that. So this is 32 as it should be, 2 to the 5th. So that's where it's going wrong, is you don't change the base, just the exponents. So for this one, everything you said except for the multiply the bases was spot on. 3 to the negative 2 plus negative 5 would write that as a positive exponent, and I don't know if they want you to expand that or not, or leave it in that form. I think they want you to leave it in that form, but it's either this or whatever 3 to the 7th is down there. Hopefully this makes more sense. And I know every time we've seen, 3 times 3 for our whole life, that makes 9. But it's 3 to the 1st times 3 to the 1st, which by this property makes 3 to the 1 plus 1. 3 squared makes 9. So if we're using the exponents are doing the multiplication for us. We don't need to multiply the bases. Hopefully that helps. I know this is always confusing for everyone.